One of the biggest barriers to making progress on climate change and environmental stability is the lack of honesty and realism from politicians, policymakers and other leaders, both locally and internationally, about how serious a situation we are in and that whatever we do now, it is going to hurt, both socially and economically. We spurned all the easier options that were available over the last 70 years. Indeed, those who warned of the dangers were ignored, ridiculed and marginalised. We have all been selfishly living off an environmental credit card and haven't even made the minimum monthly payment for decades. We, and more especially future generations, are now facing a very big bill, both socially and economically. Many UK leaders like to evoke the spirit of Winston Churchill. They would do well to remember his 1940 speech, in which he said, "I have nothing to offer but blood, toil, tears and sweat. We have before us an ordeal of the most grievous kind. We have before us many, many long months of struggle and of suffering." That struggle and suffering actually lasted for years. Would that we had similar honesty and realism today, and a bit less of the blah 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 that Greta Thunberg spoke about in Milan recently, and instead that we had more action. I understand why young people are so angry. We have effectively stolen from them. We chose to believe the cheap, easy promises that were always just around the corner. But now we must accept that we did very well out of cheap food, cheap resources, cheap energy, and so on, without ever paying the real cost. Now we have to stop thinking it will always be the government or the taxpayer that foots the bill. Now we all have to wake up to reality, put our hands in our own pockets and help pay that bill rather than continue to pass it on to future generations.